What's good, what's good? That's Yana Shadi, 2 Queen of the Skull, and I'm here with my beautiful co-host.
Adi Jolie, Adio League, and we are here with
Vic Moore Yamsayin, founder of the Yamsayin brand.
Period. You already know, what I'm saying.
Yamsayin.
Thank you for coming through today. We're excited to have you.
So good.
Let's just start with Yamsayin. How did it come about? When did you think about it? And yeah, just tell me the background story about your brand, and then lead it into a background story about you.
So honestly, with the brand, I've been into fashion since I was in high school. I always wanted to, put something on the shirt.
Oh.
It wasn't more so about a clothing line. It was all about, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, just throwing something on the shirt. So most of my time was put into work, so I couldn't really, you know what I'm saying, jump into what I wanted to do. So the Yamsayin was just like a slogan that we used when we was kids. It was, it's in a dictionary as well, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's not like I created it, but we always used it when I was a child and running around the projects, you know what I'm saying, this, you know what I'm saying, that. So why not throw it on the shirt, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I'm
Why
saying.
not? Something that roll off the tongue with ease. So it's like, okay, yeah, I'm saying it's perfect. It's a part of my history. It's a part of, you know what I'm saying, my upbringing. So it's perfect.
It's part of your language.
Yeah.
everyday lingo.
It's like how I say it heard. I be saying it heard, you know what I'm saying?
You heard, you know what I'm saying? Yo, whatever you want to use, but you know what I'm saying, just roll off my tongue different. So why not put it on the shirt? So that's basically it, and that's really how it came about.
Nice. Well, where are you from? And where were you born?
Yeah.
Bayview, Hunters Point,
Oh, nice.
Dub Rock.
Okay.
Yeah, so down the street. So
Okay,
that's
nice.
where I was born in. Well, not born and raised, but that's where I was raised.
Gotcha.
And yeah, it was difficult at times, but growing up in the hood, it's always difficult. But
Do you feel like growing up in the hood inspired the brand to come about besides the fact that the lingo?
of course, it's just like growing up around people in the hood that's hustling and being entrepreneurs, and you know what I'm saying. It's it motivated me to want to do something different.
Do you think there's anything like that you do you see yourself doing something new with the brand? Like any other ideas that you have with the band that you want to do, or you want to go with it?
Because Yamsayin is my brand, but it's like an umbrella. You know what I'm saying? So it's always room for other things. Like
Right.
Yamsayin clothing line is under there. You can Yamsayin cologne, anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just an umbrella to add different lines to it. So
Earlier, before we put the camera on, you were saying that it's not just merch, it's clothing. Can you elaborate on that? I really like that.
I feel like when people use the term merch, it's temporary.
Right.
I feel
Right.
like it's just something to make a couple dollars on. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I consider my line clothing because this I put everything into this. It's not just something that I'm doing for the time being to just make a couple dollars. I'm serious about this. This is my 9 to 5. This is
Nice.
something that I do every day. I put my passion into this, so it's different for me. So I don't consider it merch. It's clothing, and it's more of a professional term when you use clothing, more so than just using the street term merch.
How
Right.
long have you been doing? How long have you been? How has this been like a legit since you start? How long have you started?
Since 2019, because
2019.
I was working. I was a driver. Got laid off. I was like, oh yeah, this is the perfect opportunity, and it was about to hit COVID. Well, before COVID, I was working. Lost my job. I'm like, okay, this is the perfect opportunity for me to jump into the clothing thing. Jumped into the clothing thing. I was going to Tanforan, Ceremony. I was even going to Oakland, trying to get my stuff made. And I'm like, man, I'm paying him this much.
Right.
I need to do some research on how I can, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do it myself. And my uncle does it. Shout out to my uncle. He does it. So he put me on where I can get the machines. He pressed. Before I even had all the machines, the embroidery and all that, I just had the vinyl cutter and I had a heat press. That's just the basics that you
That's
need.
what I heard, yeah.
Besides COVID, do you think that let's say COVID never happened, do you think you still would have been pushed into wanting to do it? Do you
Oh,
think-
because
that was
COVID played a big part of it, for
it?
sure.
I think me losing my job played a big part in it. I feel like if I didn't lose my job, I feel like I would have still been working.
Right.
Gotcha.
That took up, you know what I'm saying, it took up a lot of my time because I was working during the day and I was working at night, you know what I'm saying, I had the night route and the day route, so that was taking up a lot of my time. So when I lost my job, I just I immediately dived in, like, okay, this is the perfect time. And then that's when they clicked on, okay, you this, before I even thought about what I was gonna throw on the shirt, I knew that I wanted to do something. You know what I'm saying? I bought all the machines, and then I'm like, man, what should I throw on the shirt? And then that's when they clicked, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? This is a part of me, you know what I'm saying? I say you know what I'm saying all the time. You hear you know what I'm saying around the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So
How
boom.
has the support from the neighborhood been for your brand? I mean, me personally, like, being a person who's an artist and has a brand, the support towards the brand is, like, super little to none. None.
And it's sad because it's like even the people you know personally and you grew up from the sandbox don't even step in to buy nothing.
Right.
Wow.
And it's sad, and it's like, damn, bro, we've been knowing each other since we was kids, and you can't buy like one pair.
They do
Right.
say if you want to find out who your real friends is, start a business.
And I always tell people, this is my favorite line: "There's 8 billion people on Earth. The strangers are the first to support you."
For sure. Yeah.
It's people I don't even know that's been supporting, shouting me out, tapping in about, you know what I'm saying, the socks, the shirts, whatever I drop, they won't. But it's like the people I know personally, they don't support, and I'm just being real. There ain't no shade towards them. It's just lack.
Right, it's just a
real
lack of support. I feel like people get comfortable because they know you, and they just feel like,
They want the hookup.
yeah, it's like everything's like, what's the discount? It's like,
They want-
bruh, it's already discounted.
Like you should be
like,
paying more and
If
some
anything,
if you
yeah.
really my friend. Like you
They
know.
want it for free. That's what they want.
Right.
They can't
Do you-
get it.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you have any advice for people who are thinking about quitting their job and,
Yeah, I
and
was gonna say
starting
that.
their
Because financially, those machines cost. Most of on an embroidery one, I could imagine. That's why when you said that, I was like, oh shit, like,
It's not cheap.
you got the equipment, which is like the most expensive shit, really.
Yeah. I say go for it. Even if you have to stick with your job for a while until you got enough money to just say, you know what, I'm about to just go into it full force.
Right.
Stick with your job if that's what's funding, if that's what's gonna fund your
Your
dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And then just go and just jump into it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
before I got let go, I had a couple dollars, so I had some money to put into what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay, good. That's a blessing. So you
Yeah.
actually had the backage a little bit. Like,
and I'm not about to sit here and say that it was easy because it's ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? It's times when I'm up with it, and it's times when nobody buy nothing. Today I can make $100, and tomorrow I don't make nothing. But what keeps me going is the passion for what I do.
right.
And you know what? I feel like when you have passion for something, like it's hard for people not to support you because
Yeah.
people feel that. You know, it's all about the vibes, and like people could feel that you love it. They want to support that because you love it. Like you could, like not in your case, but in other people's case, they're not even good at what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And people still support them because they love it. You know what I mean? Like
I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I feel like because it's me, and if it was somebody else, it'd be different. Like as far as me being like, because I got trademark, I got LLCs, I got all that business taken care of. I got my own machines. You know what I'm saying? I feel
Right.
like if it was somebody else, the Yamsayin brand would have been further. I feel like it's a lot of hate coming towards me because of what I wouldn't say that I'm cocky. I'm just confident in what I do. So my energy comes off a little different. And I feel like if it was somebody else pushing the brand, it'll be further. It'll be a lot more support towards the Yamsayin brand. It's just weird, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see it, and a lot of times I hate that I see that energy, but I just see everything. I notice everything, and
How do you deal with it? Like, how do you go, like, knowing, like, because that affects us, well, we're human, so that affects us, period. It'd be in our mental. It'd be like,
Exactly.
what the fuck? Like, it's kind of mind fucking. How do you, because we got to keep pushing regardless.
keep
And
pushing.
so, how do you deal with it, or how do you, like, overcome realizing as you go into the business, like, kind of like how the industry could be shady, the same
Yeah.
way the clothing business,
Right.
the industry could be, even, you know, just the
yeah,
fan base,
people feel
customers.
intimidated, you know?
What I do is I just focus on the people that show me the love.
Nice.
I focus on the people that's coming to support me. I wasn't always like that. I used to always dive in to damn why my bro ain't support me? Why my blood cousin not buying nothing but he buying hers or his?
It's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, it's a hard pill to swallow. So I just said F it, and you know what I'm saying? Just focused on the people that's coming to support what I got going on, loving what I got going on, appreciate my craft. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love the most, when people come up to me and see my socks and say, man, you created that? Yeah, I created this. and they buy it with, you know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, can you show us something right now?
Of course. This is art.
It's
Got it.
dope, y'all.
Come on, man.
Y'all need to check it out.
So did you design everything, or do you have somebody doing your
Nah.
graphics?
I do everything, you know what
You know
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying?
For real. Everything. From the designing to the everything.
Can I touch one?
Yeah, of course.
And it's good quality. It's nice and thick,
Oh,
y'all.
it is. It's
It's
silky.
good quality.
Come on, man.
These are like the ones the basketball players be
Yeah.
like. they're
Spandex.
so- Yeah.
The top is like 95% spandex, and the bottom is
Cotton.
like 97% cotton or something like that.
Cotton's great. If y'all know
It is.
socks, cotton is like the best for not sweating and stinking.
It is.
It's
It's
just great.
dope.
And for those that don't know, this is sublimation. It's ink.
What is that?
Well, yeah, I would go a little bit
Basically,
more
it's
into
like
that.
it's like a printer. It's like printer's ink. It's like a transfer of ink.
So you can wash it and it'll be fine.
You wash it and it'll be fine.
Okay,
Nice.
that's good to know.
This is vinyl on my sweater. It's basically like a. It's
Yeah,
on
the
top
heat
of
press one.
it's the heat press. It'll last like maybe if it's
That was good.
If it's kept up, I'll give it like maybe 3 years if you.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? It's not like permanent or embroidery. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
But that's still a long time because I'm not gonna lie. I bought vinyl stuff. I've done my own vinyl stuff.
Right, right.
And I've washed it and it's come off. So he obviously has good quality vinyl
Yeah.
because that's been about 3 years. I noticed you have. Well, I consider like urban wear, like the hoodies, the beanies,
Yeah.
the socks. Have you thought about? I don't want to say a designer mindset because I know you probably have a designer mindset, but like different type of clothing, like
Of course, I'm looking for
bomber
every
jackets
day.
and like
Yeah.
like stacked jeans, like actually like
girls
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
Tops,
outfit.
yeah. I'm doing all that, but it's about finding the right vendor.
it is vendor.
Because a lot of the times it's scammers out here trying to get you,
Yeah.
and you got to make sure the quality is really good. Because I'm looking for more so for quality now. I started
Right.
off with the Gildans, the
Right.
beanies and all that, but I want to do like two-tone hoodies and
Yeah,
stuff
that's
like it's
I respect that.
get more creative. And my thing is I want to be different from everyone else. That's why when I make my socks, I make them colors like this because typically people they'll use just a plain white sock and just put their brand at
Right.
the top.
Right.
I want to stand out. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You see me with the blue beanie and the pink sweater. I want to stand out because I want people to notice me. You know what
Right,
I'm
we
saying?
stand out over here. We don't
Yeah.
fit in. We stand
Yeah.
out. What you
Yeah.
mean?
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm big on. I'm big on being different, standing out, keeping it creative and consistent. My big thing is consistency.
Ooh, yes.
You gotta stay consistent because people will forget about you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
And I don't want. I mean, I work hard, so everything that I do is going. You know what I'm saying? Is gonna be nice, and people gonna love it.
Got you.
I'm glad you said that. Like you talked about consistency because even like in the music stuff that me and Yana do, like
Oh, yeah.
that's
Dope.
consistency
It's
plays a
crazy,
key
man.
into like everything. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And I feel like a lot of people need to hear that, even with people that are like yourself that have brands and do clothing and stuff like that. It's like if you feel like you falling off or whatever, just remember you gotta stay consistent. Even if even if maybe you don't have much to show for, you can still at least show what you got. You know what I mean?
Show
You
what
can't
you got.
right.
They will never know what you have if you don't show it. I tell people that all the time. Yeah, you got a clothing brand, but you don't show it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't promote it. You'll post one drop and then don't show it no more. I post my stuff every day, even if nobody don't buy it. I'm posting it. I'm
Right.
posting it. I'm posting it. Somebody gonna want it.
Yeah, I'm guilty as hell. I have my own clothing and
Post it.
it's just stagnant. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I'm paying taxes for something that's not even being used.
It's not even being used.
It is like, but it's like, damn. Yeah, it comes with the passion. I guess maybe I'm not passionate for the clothing,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
it all does align with the music, so I have to get on my shit.
It was booming, right, when you was doing it?
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. Like, it's on my it's right. You guys are right. You have to have the passion for it, though, for
You
whatever
do.
you're doing, because,
Yo,
like, yes, I want to have a clothing brand, but I want to be able to hire people to handle that for me. I'm not
Yeah.
passionate about it.
yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I was passionate at first because I wanted to establish it.
Yeah.
But once it got established, I'm like, I don't want to be making shirts. shout out Only Loud Ray. She's very consistent with creating different designs, and I'm like, bro, you sit there at that vinyl cutter and pick out stuff for hours, like, because she's passionate about that shit, you know?
Yeah.
It's
That's
like,
the thing. Are you
where do you
open to like doing things for people?
do you do other people's stuff, or you, because you have the machines?
Yeah, let me get to that. When I first got my machines, my intentions were to never do custom work. But during the COVID, it was just coming to me. It was just coming to me. So, like, the money's here. I'm gonna just do it. You know what I'm saying? The money's here. I need to. You know what I'm saying? I just lost my job. I got a couple of hours, but ain't no money really coming in. So let me just do some I did custom work for about maybe 6 or 7 months.
Oh shit.
So I was one of the first people around here really doing custom work around the COVID era. So I was knocking it out, and then I got tired because I was pushing my brand to the side for other people.
Right.
So I'm like, nah, this is not what I'm passionate about. The money's good. I'm making a lot of money, but I don't want to do this. I want to focus on what I got going on. So I'm like, nah, you know what? I've made a post. I'm like, you know what? After today, I'm not doing no more custom work. A lot of people was mad because I was good with it. You know what I mean? And at the time, I only had the vinyl cutter and I had the just the heat press. I wasn't really doing sublimation, and I didn't have that embroidery machine, which is vinyl.
Right.
And I was knocking it out, and a lot of people was mad, but I'm like, man, you know what? I gotta focus on me. I gotta focus on the Yamsayin brand, the Yamsayin clothing line. You know what I'm saying? And that's just it. And that's just that. And one thing I always say, I feel like the support with the custom work was different because it was focused on what they had going on. Yeah, I was getting paid, but it was focused on what they had going on.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? I it was just different. It's like now that I'm focused on my brand, it's like the support is different.
That's really good to hear that.
Yeah, it's different.
Have you thought about collabing with other brands in the city?
Oh, of course. It's shout out my boy Melly Miller Mobster. Him and Vallejo Famous, they want to collab with me. So
nice.
Eventually, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I want to collab with other brands, and you know.
And and then like collabing with other brands also opens doors for like how you were looking for manufacturers and vendors. Like shout out Rebel Status Quo, Dying Breed, Coda Coldest. Like every time I've asked like, you know, where'd you get that or how you get that, they always connecting to the vendor, and it'd be vendors that I would never thought about. Like, how is this nigga in Brazil? Like, how'd you even think about that shit?
Right.
But but it's good to like connect with other brands. If not collabing, at least just to even if it's not you first, even if it's not them buying something from you first, you probably copying, if not a pin, a sticker. That could always, you know, create the relationship and stuff.
Of course.
Oh, go ahead.
As far as what was I gonna say? So, with I brain farted. Never mind.
Oh.
I did have it. I had it, and then it got. I had the question 2 questions ago, and then I was about to say it, and then I.
So you said you were into fashion. Where did that start? Is that like the era of, not like that, because I don't want to put no ages out there, but you know how like back in the day we used to go to liquor stores and they'd be like these dope air spraying shirts. Like, do you feel like when did you feel like it started for you, when you were like, okay, I'm into style, I'm into fashion? Because not everybody got drip, no offense, but not everybody in the city got drip. It's like, you got to care about that shit to really have that shit.
And that's how it came to me and my partners, because we grew up and we really wasn't having, you know what I'm saying? You'll see certain kids, fresh J's, got the fresh kicks, the fresh jeans, and we wasn't having it. Well, let me just speak for myself. I wasn't having it, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I looked at fashion different. It's like, okay, he dripped out, you know what I'm saying? I can be a creator in one day and just create some drip, you know what I'm saying? And have a big brand like Champion, or you know what I'm saying, Dope Era, or you know what I'm saying, we ain't talking about Gucci and none of them brands, but you know what I'm saying, we talking about local brands.
But even that's not even far-fetched.
Yeah, that's not far-fetched.
Because it's all on me as a customer, because I'm into all that shit. I'll cash out on some. Of course. I ain't gonna lie, because I know it'd be like support your people, which I do support my people. Yeah. But I'm still gonna, you feel me?
You gonna buy what you want. You gonna buy what you want.
But it's all on like, honestly, like, the quality, but like how interesting the shit looks. It looks like when you said the two-tone, like that shit's big. Most of all with denim, with like Levi's was smart when they did that two-tone collection. I'm all like, but like anybody could have really done that, to be honest.
Yeah, of course.
And they just, you know, because they're Levi's, and I'm all like,
The promoting.
yeah, the PR. I was gonna ask you about your
Big
PR.
promoting.
Is it just you behind your PR, or it is?
It's just me.
Gotcha.
A lot of the times my boys, they'll promote here and there, but it's really just me with everything. Honestly, it's like, that's why I'm just so, confident, because I'm doing everything on my own as far as making it, promotion, you know what I'm saying, distributing it to customers, creating my website.
Oh, you have a website?
Yeah, I have a website.
Oh, dope.
Is there any things you feel like you can do to make everything that you're doing better, like on next level shit? Like, is there anything that you want that you're seeing yourself doing that's kind of like you want to do but you haven't been able to do yet? Type something like, you know what I mean?
Like stepping out and meeting, like just stepping out to do pop-ups, stepping out to different events, meeting different people, shaking different hands, you know what I'm saying? And
Have you done a pop-up before?
I did, one. But after that, I was just,
In San Francisco?
In San Francisco, yeah. But it was more so like this. It wasn't like under no booth. I have my,
Oh, got you.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I like to walk around and interact with the people, you know what I'm saying? Just standing in one spot, you missing people. You missing
Right.
potential customers, you know what I'm saying? So I like to get in the mix and walk around.
That's what's up. That
That's
makes
how-
it different.
Yeah, that's how I met Danny Glover.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. How that happened?
I recently met Danny Glover. So I was on my way to Ocean Beach to sell some socks. After I gave him the socks, I'm like, man, I'm just chilling, not doing nothing. Let me just post some stickers on the wall. I got some stickers for y'all too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Let me post some stickers on the signs. I'm just walking around posting the stickers on the signs, you know what I'm saying? And I walk past and I'm like, nah, that can't be. I'm like, that looks like Danny Glover.
Yeah.
And he got his thumbs up like this. I'm like, that is Danny Glover. So I walk up to the truck like, Danny Glover, man, what's going on, man? I'm one of your biggest fans. I watched all your movies. You a legend in my eyes. They're like, thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And he just gave me some motivational words. He told me to just keep going, never give up. You know what I'm saying? He said when he was coming up doing movies, he wasn't making a lot of money, but that didn't discourage him. He kept pushing it, and eventually everything paid off. So that's gonna stick with me. Even if he didn't get no socks, it would have stuck with me. Just what he said to me is gonna always stick to me. Like I said on Instagram, him getting some socks is a plus, but what he told me is bigger than the money that he gave me, because I put that money in the tank and it was gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what he told me is stuck with me. I could pass that on to my son and tell him, you know what I'm saying?
That's dope. That what you do, like you were saying, like you like being involved with walking around, talking to people, conversations and stuff like that. That's cool. That brought you to that time and that
In
place
that
right
moment,
then and there. Yeah.
Because let me ask y'all a question. Do you know the guy that or the woman that sells Gucci? Do you know the guy that sells Louis Venture? That's why I'm saying people need to interact with the people so they know who distributed this clothing. I don't even know who Tommy. I don't know the Tommy Hilfiger. I don't know who none of them people is.
Right.
They could be serial killers. We don't know. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
We don't know who them people is, and we just be supporting them. And it's just, I like to show my face. I like to show, you know what I'm saying? I'm behind. You see a face. You see the sticker, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's my face.
Yeah, I know. I was just tripping out on it. I was just looking at that with super detail.
I created this.
So you do graphics for real?
I did
Because
this.
that's like...
Yeah,
He's super sick.
I did that. So I'm big on doing it myself. I'm big on getting on YouTube, learning how to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because I hate depending on people. You know what I'm saying?
What they say? They say you want something done right, you do it yourself.
Do it yourself, and I'm just big on doing it myself. I promise you, I will research and I will purchase a machine. So the machines I have a sublimation machine, I have a vinyl cutter, of course the heat press. I got a mug press. I do mugs too. I got Yamsayin mugs on the way. I got a label press. So I got it's all out my house. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no lab or nothing. It's all coming out of my house.
Have you ever thought about like expanding as far as like hiring people to do it for you, to where like you have one person doing the shirt, then you got one
I was
person
about to
doing
ask
the
about
socks.
a team.
You
Have
got,
you
like,
thought
like a team.
about a team? I know, like, it's not, I don't want to use the word hard, but, like, you give me the vibe of, like, how I am, like, we make shit shake, we make shit happen, and
Yeah.
we do it alone for as long as we could, to be honest. And sometimes it feels better actually doing it yourself because you know you won't do it wrong and
Yeah.
you do it right because you're
Exactly.
doing it.
Exactly.
Which is I've learned it's a good and bad thing because there's always great people the people we know aren't the people that is going to be part of that team, unfortunately,
Yeah, of course.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But have you thought about expanding a team or seeing people that actually want to be involved, not even for not even money, but just want to
share
be
the same
involved?
passion.
Whether that's your son helping here and there, or, you know,
Yeah.
your mother, whoever it might be, you know?
Yeah. I made a post on Instagram about that saying that if I had a team behind me, that they would have to have the same the passion would have to be identical as mine. They would have to, you know what I'm saying, they would have to be into it as much as I'm into it, not just, like you said, just for money. Or I would want them to input creativity, and, you know what I'm saying, I really would just want them to be passionate about
What you got going on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, I want them to be all in 100%. No, oh, I gotta go here and do this. I want y'all to be 100% in, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times me personally, I say that I don't want a team is because, like 50 Cent said, he said, if I fuck up, I know why I fucked up. But if you fucked up, I don't know if it was because you hating on me or if you envy what I got going on, you know what I'm saying? So it's,
Damn, that's a good one.
you feel me? So it's just like, I'ma just,
I'm gonna keep going until something.
yeah, until something
Naturally,
shake,
yeah.
until
Yeah.
somebody just open my eyes about something. But until then, no.
Do you feel like, and these are just conversations, no,
Yeah,
I'll be
just
putting my
talking.
little input.
We're just talking.
Do you feel like Yamsayin is universal enough for, like, do you think it's universal?
Yeah,
You do?
yeah, of course.
Do you think, because I was even just seeing it right now, I felt like even if you were to put YMSYN,
Yeah,
the white folk would fucking mess with it just because it doesn't say Yamsayin, but it
Yeah.
stands for Yamsayin. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Have you ever thought about like things like that?
yeah.
Like even me, an example is like my name was Tatiana Shawty,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to change it to TYSF because people couldn't find me because it was just either too long for them or they didn't know how to spell it
Yeah.
or shit like that. Have you ever thought about marketing and branding and stuff like that?
Yeah. I get what you're saying though, because a lot of the times when I type in, you know what I'm saying, on Google,
Yeah, that's
A
kind of
lot
what I was getting to.
a lot of people got Yam saying under music or
Mhm.
their Instagram name is under Yam saying. It might be before I even trademark it or whatnot, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh
Yeah.
shit, it wasn't trademarked?
But nah.
That's
That's
crazy
dope.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's dope that you got that. That's kind of
Right.
crazy.
I got
Super
it.
dope.
Yeah, that is
I
dope.
was surprised too, honestly.
No, yeah, that's yeah.
Goes
That's
to
pretty
show
dope.
you never fucking know.
You never fucking
You
know.
never know. That's why I tell people all the time, check, because you can be dealing with a brand, you can be dealing with a slogan for 5 years and not be trademarked, then you can just pop up and be using it for 1 month and then go through the trademark process and it's yours.
That's
Right.
crazy. Yeah, that's dope. Well, I mean, it's not dope, but like it is dope.
It's
It's, like,
yours.
it's different emotions.
Yeah.
It's dope for you.
It's dope for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
get
crazy.
it trademarked and, you know what I'm saying, get your business taken care of behind your clothing brand, your whatever you got going on, you know what I'm saying, just get it marked.
As far as I want to talk a little bit about like being that you come from Double Rock, do you feel like because San Francisco, like for those who don't know, like San Francisco has different areas and sections and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you feel like being that you're coming out of Double Rock, or I don't know if you're into the politics, but being that you're coming out of Double Rock, do you feel like it hinders certain things, or do you feel like it's okay in different areas? Do you feel like they're not some might not be supporting of it from different sections, or do you feel like you're not even involved in that? You're more so of the brand, like.
Yeah. I'm more so of a brand, you know what I'm saying, I ain't with no politics, none of that. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, an entrepreneur trying to get this clothing line off the ground, you know what I'm saying, clothing, you know what I'm saying, off the ground. But me personally, I'm beyond local.
Nice.
Gotcha.
So whether Alamany support me, whether Sunnydale support me, whether Double Rock support me, Sunnydale, West Point, whatever, I'm beyond the hood, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to expand worldwide. I'm not worried about local. So if they support me, they support me. If they don't, hey, he gonna support me. He live in Egypt.
Right.
You know what? I
Right.
hate that people make it that way too.
Yeah.
With, like,
Yeah.
you know, certain
Yeah.
people, like even with the music, like with,
No,
with
yeah,
us
'cause
and
that-
stuff, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
The reason we
say
ask
you
is
from
because we're looking
Alamany
at
or whatever, it's
music.
like people start start tripping like, oh, da, 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 or you from the mission, da, 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 like, it's like,
Yeah,
it's not
I
like,
get it.
it's not about that. Like,
Uh-huh.
people need to understand it's really not about
It's
that.
art.
It's just about whoever we are,
Yeah.
trying to get our brain.
Yeah, and it's sad because like really like, or I me personally, I'm a stock person. When I do stuff, like I'm thinking about the Bay as a whole. I'm
Right.
like, yeah, I know where I'm from. I represent where I'm from. I mention it all the time. But every move I make is because I want to put on for San Francisco.
Right.
I'm not thinking just as a manie when I'm doing shit.
Yeah.
And I wish like people in the outside would see that.
Yeah.
But I mean back then it would make me question like, am I, I used to question like, am I representing too much? Something
No, it's like,
but
see,
it's
that's
like
the
no,
fucked up
it's
part
people.
about it. You shouldn't feel bad trying to rep where the fuck you were born and raised and shit.
Yeah.
And, like, that's your section. Like,
Yeah.
that's your section. You shouldn't feel bad or
Yeah, of
like
course.
you're taking it too far just because you're proud of where you're
Right.
from.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah. So
It's all
don't
about
get it at
growth.
the point.
Yeah, you can never forget where you come from, you know what I'm saying? And people just grow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you gonna always rep your hood, never forget where you come from.
Right.
It's like it's levels to this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You only do clothing for adults or kids too.
Adults, kids.
Ooh, what about dogs?
I want to do all that. I just gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I do all of it on my own. So at
Right,
times it'd
little
be
by little.
hard to just.
No, it was crazy how much
Yeah.
San Francisco. We've been to a couple of we even done our own pop-ups,
Yeah.
and we have a couple homegirls that do like dog stuff, and it's just the Bay in general. We're animal lovers, so it's just crazy how that.
Yeah,
And-
you'll kill the game with like anything that has anything to do with animals. It's dog lovers, cat lovers. You're gonna win for sure.
Yeah, that and kids. I
And
feel
kids,
like
yeah, for sure.
a lot of people sleep on like mommy, daddy, and kid outfits.
Mhm.
Like that's a whole
Matching.
fucking lane. Like
Yeah.
people are being born every day.
Yeah.
Like there's either single dads or single moms every day, or families every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to do stuff like that too.
But what a lot of people don't know about when you get your brand trademark is classes. You know what I'm saying? There's different classes. Like for mugs, for instance, it's a different class from clothing. And when you apply for these classes, you have to prove that you're using this or you're distributing this commercially. You know what I'm saying? So if you got to prove to them that you're selling mugs. You got to prove to them that you're selling sweatshirts and socks, and you have to prove that before you can even get your line or your logo or whatever the case may be.
Oh shit, for real?
You got to.
That's how we know a lot of people like get their LLC and stop there.
LLC,
Because like
yeah.
nobody's ever really like, besides Ray that she told me about getting
Yeah.
trademarked and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of brands don't really talk about that step.
I have a question because I know you have, Yana, and I know of course you have
Mhm.
gotten the point through the LLC and all this
Yeah.
business stuff. What is the process for somebody who wants to start their own brand? Like if somebody's watching and they're like, hey, I never
What did you go
don't
through?
know what to do. What was the process that you went to?
See,
through this?
when I first, cause I didn't have a game, I didn't know information about what I needed to do. I actually tapped into Mr. Fab.
Oh, nice. So he was open to help and everything?
I DM'd him. If he reply, he reply. If he don't, he don't. But he replied and he
Nice.
gave me the game. Like, man, what do I do? I'm trying to start my brand. How do I trademark? He sent me the link for Trademark.com.
Okay.
So I tapped into Trademark.com. They did the search. Nobody was using it. So I did all that, and then after I found out that nobody was using it, you got to fill out the application, and then it's like what, maybe $600
Wow.
to
So
file.
it's an investment.
That's why
Yeah.
people don't trademark.
That's why you don't. That's probably why. They
That's
don't
probably what, yeah.
But
I
it's
think that's
it's-
why I didn't trademark mine.
It's important, though.
Yeah, it is.
People, like you said, people stop at the LLC, but the LLC is just to file for your business. It's
And
not.
how do you do an LLC?
You just, well, I went to LegalZoom, and then it's like
Shout out them. I went through Business Rocket.
a 2-minute process on
Yeah, it
LegalZoom.
is.
And then I think on LegalZoom it was like, for me it was like $250.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was around the same.
Yeah,
So there's a lot of different like.
Yeah, there's different websites too. Like get an LLC.
And how do you know which one's like? I mean.
Legit.
Yeah, like.
I think that you just gotta like peep game.
I heard
It's like
E40
not
said
word of mouth and shit like that.
E40 said he deal with LegalZoom, so
Oh, okay. So so you've been. That's
And
cool. Word of mouth really do get far.
Yeah.
Right.
And I called too, so you got to do your own because there's a lot of scammers out here. They'll try to get you.
True.
For sure.
So I tapped into LegalZoom and they, you know what I'm saying, let me know that everything was cool as far as no scams, no, you know what I'm saying.
Watch out for them scams, y'all.
For real. Damn. Scams everywhere. Have you Fuck, it was on the tip of my tongue. I forgot.
So do you see like?
Oh, I got it. Sorry,
There you
before
go.
I
Yeah,
forget.
you're good.
Sponsoring. Have you thought about sponsoring artists?
That's crazy that you asked because there's been a lot of dancers tapping in my DM, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, a lot of the times it's like, man, I can't afford to give you $200 to wear my shirt. And then nobody.
Wait, that's not what. Wait, they hit you up, but they want $200 to wear it.
Yeah.
No, that's not you guys. That's not what the fuck that is.
That's not how that works.
That's not how that works.
They tap in with me. Hey, bro, I can promote your shirt. I can dance with your clothing on and this and that. I'm like, okay. I got some merch for you. I mean, some clothing for you. Oh, bro, I charge $150, $200.
That reminds me, you know what? That
What?
reminds me of those freaking music pages that want to. They're like, oh, send me your video and your name and da da da. And I'm like, okay. I send it to them. It'll be $400 to shout you out. And
My
I'm
thing
like, you
is-
bitch.
My thing is, okay, I send you $200, right? You dance in my shirt or my hat or my socks, you know what I'm saying? I don't get no likes. I don't get no views. I don't get no following. I don't get no customers.
Right.
I just gave you $200 for what?
Right.
I could have did that myself and got nothing.
Yeah.
So,
And don't get me wrong, guys. I totally believe in promo and investing in
Yeah.
your promo with certain artists. But let's be all the way fucking for real.
let's be real.
Like, no. First of all, hitting
No.
somebody up for it, you already lost me there asking
No.
for money after you hit me
I
up.
can see if
Yeah.
I tapped into you and you
Yeah,
like, bro,
yeah.
I want you to wear my shirt, but you coming to me asking me.
And honestly,
Nah.
like right now, we're in a time where like the internet is just such a big thing. Like, what people gotta understand, most of all, like people from the city, because we hustlers, so we're always.
of course.
I'm not surprised somebody did that. You know
Yeah,
what
of
I mean?
course.
But they have to remember, like, there's websites now that show TikTokers all their emails, and you can reach out to these TikTokers and be like, hey, you can offer like, hey, I got 50 to 2,500
Yeah.
for you to promote this for a month or a week or this.
Yeah.
Wear my shit while you dance, and
Yeah.
you can generate. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's like people gotta be more like the fuck for real when they, when they're coming up with these things.
That's how a lot of people become successful. I feel like through the TikTok and all that stuff. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about like how throughout the years it's like? How do you feel about technology and how it's kind of made a way for people to with their businesses and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
because now it's like
a-
promo through internet.
Yeah.
If not selling through e-com,
Yeah.
but that's how you get people's attention through the internet.
I feel like the internet plays a big part in a lot of wins, you know what I'm saying? And
Do you sell more in person or like through the internet?
I sell more in person.
More in person?
So it's not really.
Not wins on my behalf. I'm saying wins on, because I'm big on the back in the day pulling shit out the trunk.
Out the
type
trunk,
shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Old school type shit, because you get to interact with the people. I feel like it's too much hate on the internet, but for a lot of people, the internet pushes them to a higher status, and people depend on the internet. I feel like if the internet was to crash today, a lot of people wouldn't know what to
Right.
do.
Right.
Oh my god, funny story, you guys. Embarrassing, but so I had I had lost my Instagram girl, I was on it, and next thing you know, it just logged me out of all my Instagrams. And mind you, we have our podcast Instagram, we have my business one.
Recently?
Yes, girl, like maybe 2 weeks ago. And I know it's gonna sound like a brat, but I started to panic after 2 hours of it not letting me at all.
Yeah.
I was like, I started crying. I'm like, what the fuck I'm gonna do? And I was just thinking that like, fuck, like for one,
Well, that's a lot of years of
cause my
fans
followers,
and-
like to be for real, like my followers are really organic. I've at least met or interacted with you guys at least once.
Right.
And so I was hurting. I was like, bruh, like what the fuck going on? And I was my background is IT and tech.
Mhm.
So I found a way, but it was just a moment that made me realize, like, I totally understood out of topic, but Scrappy's girlfriend Bam, she lost her Instagram and she sells hair in bundles.
Yeah.
And the internet was laughing at her because they were like, "Bitch, what would you do if you know, like this is what you depend on?" And even I was all like, "Dang, like." I was even like kind of like judging her a little bit. And then when it happened to me, I'm all like, oh, I know exactly how this bitch felt. It felt like you have to start all the fuck over and, you know, it just feels like overwhelming. And most of all, when you're getting paid off of Instagram, shout out you because you put me on to get paid off of my reels.
Mm-hmm.
So once you start generating money, it's like,
it's different.
It's just a different type of pain. You're like, wait, that's my motherfucking phone bill right there. Like, what's going on?
Especially when you get money.
Yeah, so it really did. But it made me realize, like, okay, I need to start looking, if not at I have to start looking at other platforms too.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, it made me think, like, what if I create my own, you know, shout out Year Up. It was it's a tech school that bridges the gap between corporate America and the low income. So I went there and they taught me how to like build your own platform if you wanted to. Obviously it takes well, not just a website, but like more than just a website, like something more stable than that.
Yeah.
And it takes of course a lot of money, but they also taught me there's grants. If you got something that corporate America thinks this might hit, they will definitely help fund that.
Yeah.
So, you know, it just made me realize, like, I need to come up with backup plans. Most of us as an artist, like, what can we use? There was this Instagram that was created by a black creator. I forgot what it's called, but it does the same thing Instagram does. But
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you were talking about that recently.
Yes, and I wish I had the name.
Damn.
I'm about to Google black Instagram. I ain't even gonna lie.
I know what you're talking about because I installed it.
Me too.
But it's like it's weird though.
It is a little weird. I think what it is like it's hard for us to get. It's not simplified, so it's like
What is it called?
While y'all are thinking about that, I wanted to get back on the topic about him talking about haters. Like, you know, I really feel like people could really thrive off their haters too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if we look at it this way, look, the only reason somebody's hating on you is because you're doing something right. You know what I mean? Like, they can't be nothing to hate on if you're not doing something that's making people feel like, you know, threatened or and that's actually a good thing because they see the hard work that you're putting in.
Facts.
And I tell people all the time, if you don't got no haters, you're not doing your full potential. You're not even giving them nothing to think second guess about. You know what I mean? Like, so even though you saying you got these haters, whatever, that's a good thing. That's a great thing.
In the beginning, it used to affect me a lot.
Well, yeah, because the haters can also fuck with your money too.
It used to affect me a lot, but now that my mind is on another level, I feel like the haters just motivate me, you know what I'm saying, to go even harder. You know what I'm saying? Y'all mad about something because y'all know, oh, he can potentially make it.
Right.
What he's doing is something that I can't do at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see it. Before I used to be on some mad shit, I ain't gonna lie, but now it's like, okay, who cares?
Right.
Do you have it tatted?
Yeah, I got it on my back.
Oh, okay. I felt like
back?
Once we get it tatted, it's like, it's for real.
I'm gonna get it on my leg again.
Oh, you are? Like going down like the socks?
Yeah, going down like the socks.
Oh, that's sick.
But yeah, I got it tatted. Yeah, I'm all in. Like,
is your goal a clothing store? Yeah.
Yeah, what is your ultimate goal?
One of my ultimate goals is for Yamsayin to be one of the biggest brands.
Hell yeah.
Not just clothing line, just one of the biggest brands, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's an umbrella.
Right.
And store sounds nice, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I created a website. It's when you create a website, it's available to the world. You know, it's like if I create a store in San Francisco, it's only available to the local people in San Francisco unless you're a tourist coming to San Francisco to come to the Yamsayin store. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I just want my brand to be one of the biggest brands in the world. I want everybody to be wearing Yamsayin, no matter the color, no matter the sexuality. You know what I'm saying? I want kids. I want, you know what I'm saying, to just be.
Do you give out free merch to certain? Yeah.
Of course.
I feel like some brands be so like not trying to do that.
And that's
I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's a big part of growth.
That's a marketing that's big on marketing. You can just hand it out, and you know what I'm saying, they ain't what they gonna do, throw it in the garbage?
Right.
They gonna wear it.
Mhm.
Just if I was to go tomorrow and just, you know what I'm saying, just you want some free, you know what I'm saying, socks, all you gotta do is take a picture and say, you know what I'm saying, on the video, and you get a free pair of socks. Boom, that's one person wearing some socks. Boom, that's another give out free shit. A whole bunch of people gonna be wearing it.
Ooh, what about raffles? Have you ever done
I
raffles?
did a raffle last year for Valentine's Day. I made a me and you know Doge, she do makeup.
Yes.
Yes, that's my homegirl. She I did a raffle with her last year for Valentine's Day. It was a package for her to do makeup, and then I had 2 shirts. I'm his, you know what I'm saying, with hearts inside, and I'm hers with hearts inside. So.
Oh yeah, that is cute. Freaking.
You know what? I was thinking about doing raffles soon with my tattooing stuff. Maybe we could do like a collab, you know, and
You do tattoos?
we could have
Yeah,
a percentage like I'll charge like $20 per ticket, and like we can go halves on that if like
Yeah.
each person that enters could get like a pair of socks or something, like, you know what I mean, something,
a shirt, a hat,
something
beanie,
like that,
something.
you know.
Yeah, marketing is important, you guys. Dang, I forgot. She's gonna hate me. I forgot your real name, girl. But her, I know her brand is called, if I'm not mistaken, Harmonic Bliss. And she was at the club this last weekend, and Cardi B and Offset were there, and you know she was turning up, and she had her business cards with her, and she was handing it to Cardi, and Cardi, you know, the last video she got of Cardi was Cardi just putting it in her boob. Cardi later is so fucking drunk, gets home with Offset, gets on live. And she's, you know, flirting with him, laying on him, and the card slides out her boob. And she goes ahead, and there's, I mean, thousands and thousands of followers. And she go ahead and shouts out Harmonic Bliss. And she's all like, y'all make sure y'all follow her. Shows the business card. And she's all like, Cardi just said a couple words like, you know, the reason I'm showing this business card is because, like, I love a bitch that's hustling no matter where she's at. Like, this girl was clubbing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, she was trying to have fun, and, you know, the first thing she did when she saw somebody, you know, with that status was hear my business. Yeah. And Cardi shouted out, and she gained, you know, she's already, shout out to you, she was already doing well on YouTube and all that, but, like, that's gonna do something for her for sure. Yeah. Any, if local support does a little something, imagine, like, that many people that are a fan of Cardi that are just gonna do it because Cardi, you know, says so. Yeah. So, that was a good, like, I felt proud for her. I was like, that's dope as fuck, like, you know.
And I feel like if he keeps on going out, like you said.
Yeah, you keep going out.
Like,
got to.
That's what I was leading to. Like, you're actually interacting and going out, so.
Footwork. Yeah. And not just focusing in on promoting on Instagram and, you know what I'm saying, expecting people to just tap back in. You gotta get in the streets, and, you know what I'm saying. I'm getting back to the streets, so just say, for instance, the internet shut down. I'm already adapted to just hitting the streets, passing out, you know what I'm saying, flyers or with my information on it, you know what I'm saying, and just keeping it in the streets. It's always good to do that, interact with the people.
I personally needed to hear that, and I don't know who else is watching that needed to hear that, because I, after COVID, super fell off of like going out and seeing people, and I used to go out, and everybody in my hood was, what's up, you know, and like, it's cool, because now when I do go out, it's like, what's up, where you been, you know what I mean, but it's like, I feel like it really shows in the support that I get now, as far as like, I feel like I'm falling off. Yeah. Because I'm not showing my face no more. I'm not going to, I'm literally turning down shows because I'm like, I kind of don't want to, like, you know, I'm not really ready for that, or just whatever. But I used to just do it because anyways, I had fucking 2 songs and I would still go. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I feel like that really mattered. Yeah. Now that I'm seeing the outcome of not going out anymore, I'm like, fuck, I feel like I'm falling off. And it really does. You know, going out and socializing and being that social butterfly really does affect what you're doing, you know?
Yeah, so I'm going to be out there for 420, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be...
Are you doing a specific drop for 420? Like weed inspired? Or?
Of course. I ain't going to put it on camera, though.
But I was trying to get it like exclusive.
Yeah, I'm like, what are some things coming up?
I ain't going to put it... But what I want to put out there is for the people with clothing lines... Wear your brand. You're your biggest promoter.
Right.
You can give her $1,000 to promote you. You can give her $1,000 to promote you, but wear your brand. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta promote yourself. Right. You know what I'm saying? People see this. You never know. They might, where you get that from? You give them your website. You tap in with them, and you can sell it like that. Be your biggest promoter. You know what I'm saying? I'm my biggest promoter. Can't nobody promote more than me.
Right.
So,
if you don't wear it, then who's gonna wear it?
I say it all the time. Ain't nobody gonna wear it if you ain't. How you trying to sell something that you ain't even wearing?
Right.
So
With anything, really.
with
like,
anything, music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't even listen to your own fucking music. Who
Makeup,
don't listen to it?
Nails, whatever you doing. You know what I'm saying? Studio, whatever.
Have you done professional photo shoots? Like, I seen you take pictures, of course, of people, but have you, like, you know, with the actual rented out a place and a cameraman
I
and...
want to.
Yeah, I think that will also take it to a different...
I want to. That's on my bucket list. I might even tap in with him to see if he can take some pictures of me. I see the
You
camera.
know what? I need some more stuff on my portfolio, and I
Yeah,
will
she's a
totally for
photographer.
free. Like, just if you ever need photos of like anything, I will come through for free
yeah.
and like
See,
have
that's
just stick it in my
connections,
Yeah,
portfolio.
that's networking.
That's networking. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'll be saying. You get out and you meet. See, if I wouldn't have tapped in, I wouldn't have got that connection. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's all about tapping in with the people, meeting new
Modeling
people.
and photography.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
you. I can take the photos for you, and I can rock the shit for you.
I used to do a little modeling. You know what I'm saying? I used to do a little modeling, not much, but that was one of my passions in the past was modeling because everybody used to hit me with the handsome card and
You got great skin. Shit
Yeah,
is
great.
gleaming over here.
yeah, so but you know.
Y'all need to see his skin. Like, it just looks
I know.
smooth and like he just put like the best products on or something.
You're lacking over here with makeup, like... Freaking... Yeah, no, I like... Yeah, I'm saying... That's what stood out to me. I like it. To me, it's very universal. I don't know. When I was thinking about it, I was like... Because I'm a very deep thinker. I'm like...
Yeah.
You know, when I'm peeping anybody's stuff, I'm like, okay, let me see, like, what they mean by it, or, like,
Yeah.
where, like, what can it be? And
Yeah.
I'm saying could literally be, like, a hot sauce. It can literally
It can be anything.
Yeah, like
Like,
the
you
more
can
you think
use-
about it.
You can say Yam saying with any sentence, it just rolls off the tongue. I'm about to go see that little Yam saying. Oh, the Yam
Right.
saying over there behind the refrigerator, or it can, you know what I'm saying? It can
Yeah.
mean anything.
I have a question. Like, when people, since you did your trademark and the LLC and all this stuff, say somebody made a song and it's called Yamsayin, like, do you get paid from that? Like, is that like you could claim like that's
I'm not even sure.
how does
about
that work?
myself.
Like, how does shit like that work?
Like,
He's
just,
like, I might look into that shit.
now I know about it. Just say, for instance, if somebody's using, I got a clothing line that says, you know what I'm saying, and somebody else, mine is trademark, and they come out with a line that says, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to tap in with him, let him know, bro, it's my line, you can't be using it. So if he refuses, then I got to talk to attorneys and,
Right.
you know, get the legal team in, like that type of, you don't never want to do that shit,
Yeah,
but it's
right.
like,
True.
that's why you get shit trademarked. So if it ever comes to that, you know, you got the right people around you to take care of it.
That makes sense. I was always curious about that because like I said, I've never, even my own fucking, never mind, I'm not gonna say this because somebody's gonna steal it.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up that we live in a world like that. Like, you
Yeah.
can't even share good shit sometimes because it's like, people be like, oh, that sounds like a great idea.
They're gonna steal it. People
Have you ever thought about, like, gray minds think alike? I don't know if I'm just a positive person, but, like, when I see other people come up with shit that's very similar to mine, I don't always feel like they're biting my shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like, you know, most of all, we come from the same struggle. Like, gray minds think alike. Like, you feel me? We just happen to think about it at the same time. I think it's more so like how you said you trademarked it, so you actually took that extra step.
I took that extra step. Yeah, it's always about having the business behind whatever you're doing taken care of.
Right.
Because, like I said, somebody can steal it right from under you, and it's like it's weird that anybody would want to just, you know, do what you already doing. It's like, okay, if my shit not trademarked, why would you even want to? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, why you can't think of something of your own? It's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
all in my, you know what I'm saying?
You smoke?
No, smoke. I used to. I'm not about to sit here and say I was just a.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I used to smoke, used to drink, but I'm
Yeah, I'm saying would be some dope weed though.
It would.
Yeah,
Everything.
Yamsa.
You know what I'm saying? Hot sauce. You know what I'm saying? Perfume. You know what I'm saying? It just, you can put, you know what I'm saying, on anything.
Right.
Ooh,
We
y'all I'm
ain't-
saying booty shorts,
we
you know
ain't
what I'm
gonna-
saying?
We ain't gonna say too much, as you know, people be.
Right. That's hella funny.
A Yamsayin dildo. Yamsayin.
Sorry.
Man.
No, it could. Yeah, it's very universal for sure. Fucking, that's crazy.
I had to pull out the Yamsayin.
Have you felt like throughout your years in the business, like, was there ever a point where you were about to lose the business, or like you felt like, you know, this is just not gonna work out, or has it been just always a non-giving up type of situation?
I'd be lying if I said that. It's been times when I just said fuck this shit, man, because it's like it was lack of support, it was lack of funds at times, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, man, this shit ain't gonna work. And then I just take a drive, talk to myself, and just get back motivated, you know what I'm saying? Or I listen to some motivational shit on Instagram that'll just tap me back in, you know what I'm saying? So it was times when I just was giving up on it, but it was like, you know, this shit don't happen overnight.
Right.
So it's like, why am I complaining about some shit that I just started, you know?
What do you do besides the clothing? Like, who?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, who are you?
That's it. And that's another thing I want to say. That's the difference between me and a lot of people. I'm not a rapper. I'm not a comedian. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a, what else?
The line is you.
The line is me. I only do clothing. But outside of the clothing line, I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? I'm a brother. You feel me?
Do you have any hobbies? Like when this shit's stressing you out, what do you do?
I work out.
You work out? I'm a
Work
yeah,
out.
Oh, not right now.
I
used to be.
I listen to music, you know what I'm saying? I like sunsets. I go to the beach. I like the sunrise, you know what I'm saying? I like to walk the beach. I like to what I like to do? Paintball,
That's nice,
gun range.
but it's like not like that. Not that we're not regular people, but it's like somebody really like a regular living person that has a business and he's just trying to succeed. Like, you know.
Yeah, I like to do normal shit. Like I'm not really big on the club scene no more because I was doing that when I was, you know, we do that when you're 15 and up. Like,
Right.
I ain't really into the clubs like that, but I will go out to promote my brand. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I ain't really into the club scene. I like to get in and get out type shit.
Right.
Just get done and
You know what's
home.
interesting now? A lot of clubs and a lot of like venues are letting clothing vendors, at least one clothing vendor, be in the facility now.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool. Like we're starting to.
Yeah.
You didn't really see that back in the day in clubs, like
Right.
clothing people selling their shit.
Right.
So that's kind of dope too.
Yeah, so I'm just a normal dude, just trying to make something out of nothing, and just stay consistent with it. But outside of that, you know, I'm just normal. I like to go to the movies, and you know, I spend most of my time outside of what I do with my son now.
Nice.
When did you feel like your brand started getting more? Like, at what point after you started did you feel like it started picking up a little more? Like
Recognition.
Yeah.
And to follow that question, or do you feel like, do you be hard on yourself? Do you feel like it hasn't got the recognition that you wanted to get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hard on myself. I feel like a lot of people don't acknowledge my craft. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people just, you know what I'm saying, when they mention in clothing lines, I feel like I should be at the top of that list because, you know what I'm saying, I put in the work, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm not where I want to be with it, but I feel like I'm something to talk about when we're talking about underground clothing lines coming up, you know what I'm saying?
And with the type of attitude that you have, since we've been sitting here, I feel like you really are going to make it where you're trying to get, you know?
Yeah.
And not even on no cocky, not even to be cocky, but I'm saying a lot of clothing lines are not even in the conversation because, for one, they're not trademarked, you know what I'm saying? Not even to be on no, you know what I'm saying? But they not trademarked and they ain't even got the business behind what they got going on.
Right.
So.
That's so crazy because it is like that. It's like these brands could be popping as much as they want, but if they don't got the business right, that shit practically can't go nowhere. It's gonna stay local, practically.
Don't even matter.
And he might not be getting the recognition locally, but because he has the business right, that shit could pop off in a different country or a different state just because he has the business right. So that is true and correct.
Get your business right, man. It ain't shade, it's game. You gotta have it. You gotta have it right. For anybody that's upcoming with any type of brand, it ain't gotta be a clothing line. You just get the business behind it right.
There
You know
we
what I'm saying?
go.
And that's pretty much it.
Nice. I see you mentioned your son, Lwc. Is he into the clothing?
He's 4.
Oh, once he makes that first shirt, that's where it all starts.
Yeah, of
So,
course. I always tell him he can do whatever he wants to do in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna support him 100%. You know what I'm saying? Whether he wants to play sports, whether he wants to be a veterinarian, or if he wants to drive Muni. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
gonna support whatever he decides to do.
Have you always lived? You're born and raised out here.
Born and raised.
Have you always wanted to be out here, or have you ever thought about?
Yeah.
I went to Hawaii, and I didn't want to leave.
Oh shit, that's hella different. That's hella far.
I didn't want to
It's
leave.
still the U.S. though.
It was.
Oh, you're right.
It was different. It was just. It was like the people were just so
My bad.
loving, and just it wasn't no mugging. Everybody spoke. You know what I'm saying? It was just different. It was just. I felt at home.
I was just gonna say that. Some places that
Yeah,
aren't
it
your
was-
home, they make you feel like that's where you
Yeah.
belong. That's where you're supposed to be.
It was crazy. I just did not want to leave.
That's amazing.
But
That is. I'm all like, damn, I need to go somewhere. I feel like
yeah.
that.
But I'm not a hater, so you know I'm gonna give a couple of shout outs. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to Frisco Philly B. That's my boy.
Okay, we finna have him in here soon
Yeah.
too.
That's my boy. My boy Twan. He going up on the reels. You know what I'm saying? He going up on the reels. His big folk pop or something on Instagram, but he going up. Shout out to my boy Melly Mel the Mobster. You know what I'm saying? Stream all his music. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy. Let's shout out some clothing line. Shout out Humble Hustling. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Trap Spencery. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. What other clothing lines? The Wisdoms. Shout out. What other clothing line? That's pretty much.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out, you know what I'm saying, is the movement. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to be proven, so I ain't even got to mention it. But
And these are all black-owned businesses and creators, correct? Y'all make sure y'all support black and brown creators and business owners, because you never know, man. You never know. Might be $25 today, might be $2,500 the next day.
And before we wrap this up, I just wanted, is there anything that you want to say to people aspiring to do a brand, or just anything that you feel like might be a word of advice, or just an encouraging word for somebody that's trying to get into the same lane?
From young to old.
But yeah, anything. Something that you maybe even felt you needed to hear, that you know stuck with you.
just do what you feel, man, and don't think twice about it, because that second thought could leave you stuck doing something that you don't even like. You know what I'm saying? You can be working a job that you hate, but it's like doing something that you're passionate about and making money doing it is just a different feeling. So chase your dreams and put 100% into it.
That's powerful right there.
That was
You know
fun.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just full-fledged.
So where can people follow you? Where can they find you and your brand?
What's your website?
Mm-hmm.
My website is yamsaynclothing.com. You know what I'm saying? Instagram, Yamsayin underscore clothing underscore. And on Facebook, I'm under Vic Moore Yamsayin.
Y'all heard it here. Y'all heard it here. Well, thank you so much for coming today. It was really interesting and inspiring. And I'm glad I got acquainted with the brand more. I've seen the brand, but I didn't know much of it. So
Yeah.
it's nice to know more of the background and just like where it really like came from.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming and making the time.
And I appreciate y'all, because it's a lot of podcasts that they don't even
These motherfuckers charging.
they don't even look at the small fry. You know what I'm saying? They don't look at the people that's up and coming. They want to talk to the most popular person. So I appreciate y'all just for even sitting down with me, listening to my story, and
We all just trying to
conversating.
make it.
We all
Yeah,
just
yeah.
trying
So
to, yeah.
but I just want to give y'all flowers now, because we
Thank
on our way
you.
up. So
Thank
we
you.
gonna look back at this and just
We appreciate that. You heard that podcast. Y'all need to stop.
We
I'd
started.
be surprised, like me, even as an artist, when I reach out to certain podcasts, and this is a podcast owner as
Yeah.
well, and
Yeah.
they be trying to upcharge me, and I'd be like, you're just gonna interview somebody I already know. Like what? Like, you feel me? Like, what can
Yeah.
they say that I already can't Google? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
you feel me? Give somebody
Mhm.
else a chance. But thank you. We appreciate that. And this was That's Yana Shadi, to myself, Queen of the Skull, and I'm here with my beautiful co-host.
Adi Jolie, Adi.
Stay tuned for the next episode.
Yeah, I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?